But, yeah. Read the description, please. Especially people who work on YouTube who decide to cut my streams down under false violations. I literally specify my channel is not for kids in the description. Clear as day. Black and white. So don't use that excuse, my channel's for kids, when it's not. It hasn't been ever. And I've been doing this for 6+ years. So stop it. I talk about very adult things. So don't go in and cut hours of my stream out. Very rude. I'm trying to enjoy a game and be very mature adult without being too much or trying to, and I know I haven't broken any of the rules. So stop. I know there's an administrator that's watching my stuff. Stop it. Just stop it. Leave my streams alone. I didn't break no rules. And if it's the algorithm, fix it. It was so much better like 10 years ago. How badly did you destroy your own algorithm? Now I'm gonna go do some stuff. I finished some quests and I want to show people how I finished these quests, and I've saved everyone but 3 people so far that I know of. Because I know in the game's files you can save everyone apparently except for 3 people, depending on what endings you achieve and whatnot. Fia's still alive. You can still get her armor if you go through so much of the story area. And she's still alive. At the end, you can still pick up the armor. The only thing you don't get is Dee's sword. I did see the new trailer for the DLC. Hopefully I can get it.
It's been some time. I must thank you for your aid. I told Father I would be with him no longer. I remembered the vow I took when I first became a warrior, so many moons ago. This land is much like the one from which I hail. I will call upon the storm to drive away the foulness that has settled on the winds. Again, I am Nefeli Lu, warrior. Some call me by the title of Lady. But I remain the same woman underneath, though I have now abandoned my former guidance. I cannot express how much you've helped me. Should you become Elden Lord, I would gladly lighten your burden.
Ah, nice to see you after so long.
Hello.
Safe and sound, I take it, yes? Good. Ah, quite. I have indeed selected a new ruler. Lady Nefeli is strong and just.
You get 3 ancient smithing stones doing this.
Lineage. Such is the sincere opinion of I, Kenneth Height, no less. For the time being, I share command of the castle with my lady. But I plan on returning to my fort afterwards, at which time I can fulfill my old promise by raising you to the glory of knighthood. I hope it is just as wonderful as you imagine. For the time being, at which time I can by raising you, I hope it.
You can get 3 ancient smithing stones from this quest.
Ah, you, is it? Haven't seen your mug in quite some time. As you can see, I'm the new ladies' attendant. Freedom wasn't worth squat. But besides, I like it round here. Lady Nepheli still fair of heart and countenance. Still, I have the ladies' trust, so I can loot all the corpses I like.
Well, someone's got to do disposal.
You take a look at the goods if you fancy.
You can buy it off him. And if people watch me, apparently my streams don't get cut down as easily because I have witnesses now. I wish YouTube would actually take into consideration a channel. Why can't YouTube give us a way to put down a rating?
At which time I confide raising you, I hope it is.
I wish they'd let us put down a TV rating or something, like where we can mark our channels as a certain age range. And we can mark it like they would television if something's PG or PG-13 or rated M or rated T. Why don't they give us that option so the algorithm goes, okay, they rated their channel this, so be more along the lines of this. Why are they messing with my stuff? They should stop it. They need to get help. And as long as I have viewers, apparently, it's less likely my streams will be cut. I deleted the other two that were cut down to only a minute each, and they were still cutting them by the end of it. They got below a minute each, so I deleted them. So if you ever catch those streams, congratulations, you may get some content that's only a limited time content that I have no choice over, if it's limited time or not. I wish they would stop messing with my stuff. I don't get what they're trying to do. I haven't broken no rules. I literally put in my description what the age range for my channel is. I don't know if it's because I said one cuss word during the stream that they got mad at me for, but I thought we're allowed at least 10. So some people get away with a lot more.
I won't forget again. Mine appetite, my sin.
Because now I'm finishing a lot of side quests.
I must have more. I must consume more.
There's not that much left. I think there's like 3. Because once I get the smithing stone, your storyline's over. And I've been doing boss rushes, going out and just fighting boss after boss after boss. Because I went all the way up here and did a lot of this that was cut off because YouTube decided to hit my channel for no reason. Saying I was supposed to be kid friendly when I'm not. For one, I play games that are gory, violent, have language, harsh language, and sometimes you see some side boob or butt. I mean, the Witcher games are definitely one of them. And they were fine with that 4 years ago. And still fine with it now because I still stream it every once in a while. And this game has blood and gore in it. And now I'm trying to get the last of my armor set with this thing. Oh, by the way, I changed a lot of stuff if you're new. I changed my stats to 45, 25, 30, 30, 30, 20, 20, 40. These are the soft caps for the game. I decided to make all my character have all the soft caps. There's soft, medium, and high. There's low, medium, and high caps for your characters when you level up, and I have them all written down. So that's what I did. My attribute points is went all lowest soft caps, and this is what you're capable of. Almost nothing changed, other than my player character can fight just the same as I just lost 20 or less strength out of my build, and I always gain health now. When I mean I always gain health, I also changed these to Great Shield Talisman, Godskin Swaddling Cloth, Lord of Blood Exhalation, and of course I got the Gold Scarab for now, but the Gold Scarab may change into a different piece of Talisman, because I won't need it after a while, and I will end up being very, very powerful, because I heal and power boost. I also found out that you know how this sword right here, this sword has a stab for a great hit, right? It does that for its great hit. Did you know you can change it to something else? You use the roar and then use your heavy hits. You now have a multi-slash that goes up to 5. Now it does this, giving you heavy multi-slash up to 5 combination if you use a certain Ash of War on your weapon, which is Barbaric Roar, gives you a different fighting ability with the weapon, entirely changing how it fights. So if you don't like the pokey of the Nagakiba for your heavies, just put on that Ash of War, do the roar, and you will get a whole new combat for it. Into a bunch of slashes. And I don't know how long I'm going to be on right now, because I have to get my blood drawn and all that hospital stuff, because I got a hospital stuff to do. But as long as people watch my videos or streams for 5 minutes, YouTube most likely won't touch them. And also if you guys clip stuff out of it and whatnot for proof, then YouTube will be would force their hand where they can't do nothing either, because then they would have proof that they're messing with one of their streamers. You could just leave those guys be. You don't have to kill them. They're just annoying. At least I can heal constantly while I'm fighting. It does help. Ah, fuck. I figured there'd be a trap in there, but I just gotta run through here. They give you the marker. They give you that because of this reason. This place is a lot bigger than you think. But I enjoy this game. I like streaming, but man, YouTube is, for some reason, got an administrator that does not like me. Or it's trying to force me to be something I don't want to be. I am not a kids friendly channel. I even have it marked on my settings. No, not a kids channel. I even have all my settings set up that way. I don't understand. Not like my character's lacking for strength, though. With this build, he's got plenty of strength. What? He'll either fall down the hole or just stay there. I believe he doesn't respawn if you get rid of him, though, so... This is just the best way. There we go. I had to get rid of him the cheesy way, but I am not putting up with one of those right now. Oh yeah, I get every hit. Every 2 to 3 hits, I'll heal myself. Ow! That dagger's right in there. Yeah, every build should have a bow at least somewhere on you, so you can do some range stuff. Also, it lets you do stuff like this. Because I never turn off comments. I know that for a fact. Yeah, the only time I get heals, though, if I'm up in the enemy's face. I tried the Barbaric Roar on other weapons. It completely changes some other weapons' attacks patterns from piercing to slashing. And since it turns into a heavy attack, it also could be considered blunt damage, apparently. Okay, one down. Hopefully that's it. For whatever's in this, I guess. Oh, it's a summon. Fire monk ashes. That's it? I go all down here just for that? You can always teleport back to the catacombs Grace anytime you want in a catacomb. But you can't quick travel outside of a catacomb. Weirdly enough. Yeah, that's a weird rule they have applied in the game. I know I usually lose 9 minutes of all my streams, period. That's just gonna happen. I also gave this a new Ash of War to test it out, see how it works, and it does pretty damn well. Yeah, that Ash of War is actually pretty OP as hell with this. The Ash of War I'm using on this one, on my Twin Blade, is the Blood Blade, which is actually a double hit for each side of the blade. So when you swing once with the Blood Blade, that's 2. You can keep going as long as you have the FP, but it only uses the blood from the attack the first time. So you only have to pay the blood loss toll once in total. You do not have to pay more than that. It's only a one-time fee of, I believe it's 20. It bleeds you for 20, but you're allowed to attack as long as you have FP. Infinitely. And each attack gives you 2 hits. Because it's on the Twin Blade. And the swinging of the attack while you're swinging out the blood also counts as an attack in itself. So technically, you get up to 4 attacks when Twin Blade that way. Making it on the Twin Blade uniquely special to it. And no other weapon could pull off that stunt. If you try to use it on any other weapon, I notice it's a single hit, or Twin Blade's the only double hit. And it procs bleed in like 2 swings. Also, I saw the DLC update video trailer thing. It looks pretty interesting. It's the size of Limgrave, or slightly bigger than Limgrave, or where I'm at now. Apparently, it's as big as this map, but if you filled all this water right here with land, so it's a massive Pangea-like continent. And also, the guy said, the creator said he did make a swamp area, a big, double the size of Caelid's swamp area. I swear that man loves his swamps, don't he? How do I get over here? I don't understand. So yeah, we'll have another swamp to deal with, but that's fine. I never mind the swamps, because my characters were always designed to trudge through them pretty easily. Now, if you wanted to use the chat, to communicate with me in chat, you have to have an app downloaded or something like that for YouTube to make it work. So there is that weird little thing that they make you do. I built a true shield build where you use your shield in your primary hand, not your offhand, because it's a myth and only Hollywood thing that everyone uses the shield in their left hand, which makes no sense if you're right-handed. Using your shield in your left hand only makes sense if you're left-handed. Because you're supposed to use your primary main hand with a shield. Here, I can show you how powerful this actually build is. I've changed the stats of this build and stuff. It's got decent health, its armor's good, and now I'm going to use the Blood Blade on this thing real quick to show you how fast it goes. It did quite a bit of damage already, but you can't bleed them, so... And since I heal so fast every time I attack, so every so often because of the talisman, see? Ain't that neat? It's a neat little thing that the twin blades are a very special weapon, actually. They're also adding new weapons, apparently, for the DLC. So that's gonna be fun. Oh, by the way, I'm not paying any more blood for this. It's all FP cost, and the FP cost is 2. I could do this endlessly without losing HP now. It's only a one-time price. Then it costs you FP. And then you just pay with FP after the one-time blood cost. And the blood cost versus the FP cost is so good. Because of the Godskin swaddling, I gain my health back anyway, so then I could just start doing it again. Equipment-wise, I believe this costs 3 FP to use. It takes away 8 of your health and uses 3 FP to swing those blood blades as much as you like. So you pay 8 health and just start swinging it. And it's only costing me 3 FP every time. And only 8 health to start it up, like a lawnmower. You pull the cord once and you just keep going. It's a weird little setup, I know. You can put it on other weapons, but it doesn't hit as hard for some reason. I had to head north, she said. I found most of the oh yeah, they're adding more talismans too. So that's a thing. That's gonna be in the DLC. Tons of more talismans. Oh god. My guy looks like an idiot, but it's better stat-wise, so... there's someone I need to find and grab an item from. I believe it's over here on this bridge. He drops a bell. I have to fight some bosses, but for today, I'm just gonna do some side questing. I gave him the potion of forgetting, so after a while he will forget what he's doing. I need to show you guys that you can save Fia. You do not have to have Fia killed to gain her armor set, because I got it. I picked it up. It said Fia's hood and body armor. Her cloak, which I wanted to use to make a Grim Reaper build with scythes and skeletal hands that drain health upon impact of the enemy, which is, you know, death itself. He'll look like the Grim Reaper when I'm done. And will fight like one too. And Fia is right here, perfectly alive. See? Still alive. Sleeping. No D or anything. Thanks, Darth. My humor is some people will call my humor wrong, but it is edgy. But here's proof that Fia could be saved if you do not give D D's brother the armor. You won't get the sword, true, but you won't get Fia's stuff. And Fia's stuff is... where is it? I know I got it, so... I just gotta find it. Here it is. Fia's hood. Right here. I have Fia's hood right here. And Fia's robes right here. So yeah, you can get it without Fia being killed by D. So yeah, that is very much a possibility. So yeah, you always can get Fia stuff without... I believe when I read the thing, it said all 3 characters must die because it's part of their story, side story stuff. but but the rest you can save. Weirdly enough, the guy from the saves Jarberg. He's a death that's unavoidable if you want to get all his stuff. You can refuse to fight the giant jar guy. You could just refuse him, and he will understand. But you won't get your shard. There's other stuff you can do in the game. So yeah, there's a way to save a lot of the characters in the game, which is not a bad thing. All but three. Three are doomed to die no matter what. The Lonesome Dung Eater will die because you do the seabed quest for that alternate ending. Some enemies just get hit in the crossfire of some side missions overlapping each other, so they end up dying from it. But it's so weird that you can save all but 3 NPCs. The samurai, he dies no matter what. He's doomed to die because his questline is that of revenge and grief, so he always dies. So you will always get the Nagikiba from him if you just wait out his questline. Along with his armor. Here goes. Why do I have to end up with a guy that does way too much? I'm replenishing some of the health he takes. I'd rather have my shield busted than to take all that damage. Oof. Also, it's a damage buff. The fact that Barbaric Roar is a damage buff on top of changing all your heavy attacks to a new combat set is just so good. I love how this changes it completely to that. From a single stab to a 5-hit combo is just really good. It turns all heavies into running at heavies, which is really goddamn good. Also, it's a damage buff. And if I cause bleed, I start to heal, and I get another damage buff to stack on my damage buff. So that's why I have my character set up the way it is. I mean, this build works. It really does. It's just time consuming. I'm here to get the last half of the medallion, and then head to the Halic tree where I have to get Lord Mikola, forgive me. The sun has been swallowed. Our prayers were lacking. Your comrade remains soulless. I will never set my eyes on it now. Your divine Halic tree. Okay. Now that I have all the parts to that, yeah, it works. I mean, I'm healing myself during battle without using my potion, without using my Crimson Tear Flask, so I stay alive a lot longer. My summons are plus 10, so they're maxed out. My character, I'd rather have my shield break than I would wanting to take full damage output. Now if I figure out how to get there, because even with this true shield build I've been building and the setup, I want to make a Grim Reaper one. But that one is harder to do because you need a phase. Phase armor is a must-have, or Fia's, because she has the black robes, which the Grim Reaper wears. I need the hood to hide my character's face, because you don't see the Grim Reaper's face, and I have 2 scythes for my Reaper, and the skeletal hand punchy moves, weapon thingies that count as like gauntlets or something, or you punch with them. So he can lifesteal upon punching. So if death touches you, I gain health, sort of thing. So it's a race against time to fight to win. The longer I'm alive, the less likely the opponent will win. Because I believe scythes strike through shields, which makes sense. You can't defend against death. When I'm making a death character next, where the Grim Reaper literally coming after you. Also, I have to use all stealth talismans, except for one, because I found that if you use the no sound talisman on top of the cloak talisman on top of the assassin's cloak to hide your character. Even if you take damage, if you crouch, your character will disappear. Like, scarily just disappear. You wouldn't hear them or see them anymore. They're just gone. Which would be terrifying to a player that you invade going like, where'd he go? It's like, that's the whole point of making a Death Grim Reaper build, would be you do not know where he is. I found a better bleed. My blood blade is so much better. 8 HP cost and 3 FP cost is insane for a double hit. Now, how do I get to where I need to go to the Halic tree? How do I get there? I can't go any further north. Oh, do I have to go back to the Grand Lift and have it take me to another location? Is that it? Because it's understandable that I lose 9 minutes out of my streams. That's understandable. That's a delay within the streaming system. But when they cut it down by hours, because apparently I said something I shouldn't have, or done something they don't like. Also, it poisons. Your blood blade will poison. So, yeah, not only does this thing cause bleed buildup, it immediately will poison after 2 blood blades. Because this is poisonous blood. So yeah, the twin blood blade is insanely overpowered. Low FP cost from hell. And if you want to increase its range, one little simple trick to double or triple its range of the blood blade is to simply just equip something you probably never would have equipped ever, is the arrow reach talisman and arrow seeing talisman, which it doubles and triples the range of any projectile, which includes blood blade. Because you saw how far that went as it was. Let me just increase its range right now. I won't get as many ruins, but I will be increasing my range. Whoops. Let me just... God damn it. They're too far up me. Yeah, but you saw it did increase it. It increases its range by triple and double. So if you want to hit even further with it, just put on one of those talismans. It also counts for magic, not just archery. Some of your magic spells will be increased strength-wise and distance, and as well as Blood Blade, Bloody Slash actually increases its range. I shouldn't say, but the Serpent Spear thing, it increases that. So yeah, that's a thing. I just since it's a projectile. Do that with it as you will. I wouldn't recommend it because you're most likely to get banned by From Software for using that talisman plus an exploit that is abusable that way. Well, yeah, every talisman does work. It's just some are so niche and requires such a certain way of working that there's no other reason to use it other than that niche situation. These two right here can make you invisible and soundless, right? Creepus Vial and Concealing Veil on top of the special armor set you get for being invisible. And you will be this outright death incarnate. Just crouch to disappear button will kind of pretty much be your thing. You thought that stealth was powerful now? That setup is so broken that most people prefer if you don't use it. Because on PvP, even if you took damage, you can still hide yourself. It's almost borderline abusive.
Spoken echoes of Queen Marika linger here as well.
I don't like my
Shall I
hood.
share them with you?
Yeah, sure.
In Marika's own words, hark, brave warriors. Hark, my Lord Godfrey. We commend your deeds. Guidance hath delivered ye through each ordeal to the place ye stand. Put the giants to the sword and confine the flame atop the mount. Let a new epoch begin, an epoch glistening with life. Brandish the Elden ring for the age of the Erd tree.
I'm gonna go put back my old hood on. These two characters are max level. This Ash War is one way from being max. I'm one seed, golden seed away from my final vial. Apparently, you apparently get like 16 or 15 of these damn thing. So yeah, that's a lot of healing. Is it possible you should be able to use it? Use what? Can you specify on using what? Hey, where did it go? I know I have it. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is.
We're almost there. The flame of ruin lies just ahead. I'm glad it was you I travelled with. I must tender my thanks to Torrent.
Invisibility?
too.
Yeah.
Thank you, Torrent. Please continue to lend your aid. Till the end.
Yeah, you can use it whenever you want. Oh wait, I have enough to level up? I think? Yeah, I do. Okay. Another level. What do I want to give it into? These are all the soft, lowest soft caps you can have in the game for every stat. In Elden Ring, there's soft caps, which are low caps, medium caps, and high caps. Like, it will cap off and not give you much from it. The soft caps for the game is 40 vigor, 30 mind, 25 endurance, 20 strength, 20 dex, 20 intelligence, 20 faith, and 20 arcane. The medium is where it starts to get wonky and weird. 50 for vigor. Mind is 45 to 40. Endurance is 30 to 35. Strength is 50. Technically, from strength down to arcane, 50 is the medium cap. And hard cap is like 60s and 80s. Depending on what you're going for. So it doesn't matter what I take, dexterity or strength. I get more out of strength right now. Or I can give myself more arcane for just barely anything. So I'm going to go with strength. I could go for 50 vigor, I guess, but I'm doing pretty okay health-wise. I did this to Evergel. I literally just ran into him with my shield endlessly. I need to get down here. How do you get down here? So, is there something here I don't know about? How do you get up there too? I took out the guide to get the armor set I'm wearing because, well, I like this armor set and his body's being used by Shiburi. And so I don't exactly like the Three Fingers that much for using undead bodies, but I get it's trapped underneath the Erd tree, so it has no choice but to use what it can to get your attention. So my whole kit bleeds, poisons, freezes, burns, and can electrify as well. All I need to do is grab a certain spell. And electrical damage is at my fingertips. No pun intended. Because I need to find a way to get to the Halig tree, but I, for the life of me, don't remember how. I got the medallion, so I should be able to go do it. But I don't remember where I go with the medallion to get to it. I know there's a secret passageway, and I need to go do that. Is it really just this simple, this? It really was this simple, isn't it? I don't know when I have to get my blood drawn because my blood is all over the place with the levels of my Kumanin levels of how thin or thick it is. Mage, Knight, or Spear, Spell Sword, my favorite class. Yeah, I think it depends on the person, what they want to do. Because everyone's got their own preferences. Me, I like to use a shield for what its intended purposes are. When I see shields in movies and on video games, like, you block with your left arm, I kind of cringe a little because that's not how that works. That's not how shields actually work in real life. So, it just makes me a little go, ugh, it's not correct. Now I gotta go talk to someone. Yeah, everyone can have their personal favorites.
It may be thousands upon... Oh, heavens forbid. That is not the domain of mere men. The burning of the Erd tree is the first cardinal sin. And you say you seek the power of the rune of death too? The rune of death goes by two names. The other is destined death. The forbidden shadow plucked from the golden odor upon its creation. Unleashing the rune now would be unthinkable. The fingers would never permit it. Nor would the greater will. But here we are. The fingers dormant, severing our link to the greater will. The realm and all life in ruins. Impossible events transpire beyond the ken of the fingers. Who is to say that the cardinal sin must be cardinal forever? Go on. Finish the job.
Wait, what?
Take the course you deem most worthy.
Did she just say go for it?
You must find kindling. Only the smoldering flame in the great forge of the giants on the highest peak in the lands between can burn the Erd tree. But special kindling is required to reignite the flame. For the flame to burn the Erd tree, a sacrifice is needed of one who envisions the flame and can lead you to the rune of death. Now go forth, let the words of...
Yeah, I always love trying stuff different. I find games get very repetitively boring if you don't, try something new.